fill your time. And I would fill my time by providing for our group, leading our group, killing for our group if I have to.
I would kill a motherfucker for you guys.
The only people who survive the apocalypse for like multiple years are people who aren't afraid to do what has to be done to live.
The only way I'm living is with you guys. If I don't have the fucking squad, like I'm dead. That's just how it is. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Real Sensitive Guy Hours. This is episode 46 with the hosts of the most. We're going to start off to the top right. The beautiful, the handsome, the newly ponytailed Travis Stocksdale.
Oh, hang on. Got to show it off.
Damn!
Oh my God.
Get a little this side.
Up next, we've got the sauce, the boss. He'll push you against the wall. Oliver Wickheiser.
I appreciate the intro. I do not do that. So Brandon, why do you keep introducing?
Damn, Oliver wants to take over.
Oliver's trying to coup.
Has he done an episode yet? I know. Remember, Will did the introductions one episode.
I did the rap.
I did the rap. You did do the rap. I did a rap too.
Yeah, I should bring that back.
Up next, we've got the history major. He'll fucking snipe your bitch with his eyes that are full of lasers. God damn, he will conquer your fucking village. We've got William LeConk.
What's good, everybody? How's everybody? How you boys doing tonight?
Dude, we're fucking
great. Can't be more fantastic.
Pretty good.
And then last but not least, the host with the most. It's your boy, SpinShooImpress and or Brandon. Feeling good tonight. Next week, I just want to tease this a little bit. We've kind of got a big deal for a guest. It's going to be pretty sick.
All right. Who's the guest?
Oh, yeah. Who is it?
We can't. We got to tease it. We're going to put just the tip in.
Oh, shit. Like what we weren't just fucking talking about last fucking like 20 minutes ago.
What?
Hey,
fuck off.
No before show talk.
No before show talk. That doesn't leave before show.
Leave it in the pre-show. Leave it in the pre-show. What stays in the pre-show
stays in the pre-show. Exactly.
I just gotta say, I can't wait for this guy to come on. He seems pretty cool. I got some good questions for him. I can't wait to have him.
It's gonna be sick.
Can't wait.
Good time. Yeah.
So we're gonna be releasing 2 episodes in a row, and then we're gonna be releasing this one after it. So everybody's gonna know what this is about. I'm deleting the BS list from our Discord chat. I just can't keep looking at it.
The BS list? What is that?
The Google Doc, bro.
Oh my God.
I'm deleting
that blowjob though.
That blowjob though. If I don't tell you, I'll cut myself.
So what's been new in the life of you guys?
Nothing much really. Just
literally the biggest thing that happened to me in the past week is that the ponytail, that I was finally able to have a ponytail. That's like my literal biggest news.
Damn.
All I know is that there's been if we're gonna start it off, let's start it off the right way. There has been Cyberpunk 2077 got released, and the shit show fucking emerged when this game came out. People on consoles were having so much difficulty playing this game with the horrible ass glitches, while PC gamers had no issue with it at all.
So I actually had an issue with Cyberpunk. I lost internet for a few days. So before I lost internet, I was playing Cyberpunk for a little bit. Wait. And everything is fine.
Do you think that has something to do with it?
No, well, hold on. So let me kind of get into this. I guess this is not an issue with Cyberpunk, but I'll get into it. So I was playing it. Steam Cloud was saving all of my save files. Cool. Awesome. I lost internet and my save files were fine. They were still stored locally onto my computer. But as I was saving locally, it was just there and wasn't on Steam Cloud. So whenever I got internet back, I got fucked because Steam Cloud overwrit all of my saves, which was like a good solid 5-10 hours of gameplay. So I'm putting Cyberpunk down for a little bit till I have the courage to get back into it because I'm so far back.
I've heard so many issues with it. Now, it looks beautiful. when you have the right setup and everything. I watched this one guy.
Right setup, yeah, but like,
bro, I watched
the fact
one
that
guy.
It was delayed so much, and it was like people are like, this better not release with like a bajillion bugs, and then it released with a bajillion bugs.
What the fuck do you expect? Like, you're gonna rush them to push something out? Of course, it's gonna start off with bugs.
Is it rush? This game is like 7 years in development.
Who made it?
Is it a rush?
CD. No. It was like CD Projekt Red.
It is CG Projekt.
Same people that made the Witcher game.
Okay, I was about to say, if they made any other games that are relevant.
The Witcher, which is like what everyone mentions every time somebody says, I want a good open world game.
Yeah.
It's very trippy, and I really enjoyed the story so far. The character that you get involved with, you get very attached to the characters. At one point, you have fucking Keanu Reeves in your head, and he just pops in and out of dialogue. It's very fourth wall breaking almost. It's very interesting shit. Overall,
how would you rate the Keanu Chungus wholesome 100 level?
No, he's actually not wholesome at all. Like, he's a fucking asshole. He kills it. He kills it.
You guessed it.
But I kind of got really bored with the game at first because, to be honest, like it's a first person game, but it's not very smooth, like Call of Duty, for example. And then the driving feels more like a Saints Row than GTA, because GTA is like the pinnacle of driving in video games. So
I like Saints Row driving, though. It feels over the top and arcadey, just like its gameplay. It fits with the game. I don't know if that would fit in Cyberpunk.
And
people have been saying that
the world feels like fucking Saints Row as well.
It does?
Yeah.
People are saying that the main issues that people are having with Cyberpunk is the big amount of glitches is what I've seen, where someone is driving and out of nowhere a car just starts moving, or you just end up with a car on top of you. Like, how?
Well, I've seen a lot of complaints too about just the like entire like shebang degrading if you're playing on the last generation consoles. For example, like what would be a crowded area on like a high-end PC is like an area littered with like 3 or 4 people on like a PS4 or Xbox One. That's what I've mostly been seeing complaints about. Honestly, not even as much the bugs, as much as this huge downgrade in performance between last gen consoles and today, which we did see with PS4 and Xbox One when it was going from the PS3, Xbox 360 generation to the PS4, Xbox One generation. There were studios that were like, okay, we're going to try to release a game on the old console and the new console, and so we can get like a bigger audience hit and hit all the people who haven't bought the new console yet. But you end up just fucking your own game because it looks so shitty on the last generation.
And it does. And developers need to understand that, but we're not big game developers. We're 4 dudes sitting at our own home.
It's not the developers, because to be honest, if you put your mind into a developer, they're going to try to like exceed expectations. They're trying to
it's literally not their fault. They don't want to fucking crash your game. That's why there's 4 people on the screen on PS4. Mm-hmm. It's this next generation game running on a last generation console. They don't want to immediately fry your system, so that's what they're going to do. Like, it's not their fault. Someone told them they had to put it on last generation consoles, so they made the game so it works on last generation consoles.
So I have a few gripes with the game, and it's not like the glitches or the bugs, because I've experienced some, but it's like, I can laugh at that and kind of be done with it. The Steam Cloud thing, obviously, but that's not the game's fault. Mostly, I think it's the cops in the game, because if you get yourself into trouble, they pop up right next to you. Like, how in GTA, the cops, you're kind of illusioned.
You actually get a car that comes and responds.
Yep. And it's within this radius of about like a mile or so. So you can't even tell that they're popping into the world. No, in this game, they literally pop up right behind you. And it's like, okay,
that's just immersion ruining.
It's very like in my head, I'm trying to explain it, but you're not able to sit here and be like, oh, I did a crime, I'm gonna go run away, because there's fucking 50 cops behind you and they're all powerful as fuck, and they're gonna instantly melt you after shooting 2 bullets at you. That's one of the biggest things for me.
Isn't that game like you can like customize everything?
Yeah, your cock
everything
included. Yeah, made my cock huge as fuck.
Everybody's been raving about the dick customization. You can do
it's
like
crazy.
circumcised or uncircumcised.
Can you pick a female also?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can change like clitoris size. I don't know what that's like.
I think you can change boob size.
You can definitely change your bush.
That's not revolutionary. You could do that in WWE, man. Make it that's like your porn when you're like 9 years old. You play like SmackDown versus Raw 2009 character
I got
creator.
a bullet with
Make a
my
girl's
name
boobs
on it.
get a diva, create a diva, make her boobs really big. Boom.
Yeah, man.
There.
You guys are some sick, twisted motherfuckers.
Go into the move customizer and give her all the sexiest moves.
Shut
and then
the
make
fuck
her fight
up,
another
Will.
diva.
You know for a goddamn fact, you went into the GTA 5 strip clubs and wanked your fucking little dick.
Literally. You got all of the strippers like relationship level up so you could take them all home and have sex with them just so you could feel good about yourself.
High key, I've never played GTA.
Oliver, have you wanked off the cartoons?
Not cartoons.
Did
you
you ever
never
click the Family Guy
Hentai?
porn
Yeah.
ad?
No,
You never looked up
ew.
Lois boobs?
No. No, I never played GTA though, because like my oldest brother had it, but I every time I saw the game, I was like the graphic on it looked really weird, and I never really got into like I never even like, thought twice about it.
I'm gonna say this right now. There's only one game that's better than GTA when it comes to that genre of game that is, and that's the
Saints
Simpsons
Row.
the Simpsons Hit and Run.
True. Actually, facts.
That game is fucking phenomenal.
Dude. Honestly, I just bought it. I already talked about this in the show, but I bought it and it still holds up today. It still holds up in 2020. I will say that. And I'm not biased at all.
Bro, that game is a fucking masterpiece. That game is so goddamn beautiful to just play and fuck around in.
I hear complaints. I hear a lot of people complain. Why does every game today have to be open world, blah, 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 customize your weapons? I'm like, why are you complaining about having options, bro?
Yeah.
Why do you want to be on rails? Like,
bro, that's why
play an open world like you're on rails. You can do that. You can make a beeline straight to the next objective. Why are you complaining about open world?
That's why I love so many.
I love the amount of open world games now. I love the options. Like I can be in any time, anything I've got like an itch for, I can do. If I want to be a cowboy, I go play some Red Dead 2. If I want to be like in a fantasy world, I go play like Middle Earth Shadow of War or something.
Exactly. Bro, I started playing this new game and it's fucking amazing. So it's called Phoenix Rising, I believe. It's on like Xbox, Switch, all that. Basically, the best way to describe it, and it's how others have described it as well, is it's a mixture between Assassin's Creed Odyssey and like Kingdom Hearts. So like it deals with like Greek mythology and shit like that, and it looks fucking amazing.
It's the Kingdom Hearts of Assassin's Creed.
So I think that's the thing about
maybe
I don't think people are actually complaining about open worlds. I think they are complaining about the illusion that is option in open world. So Red Dead Redemption was an example that she used. And I was somebody who loved Red Dead Redemption because that game is flawless.
It's amazing.
The illusion of option is just not there. Like there's no real options. You're going through these very linear missions, and while there's this huge open world to explore, there's no real room to have options and make the gameplay your own. You watch a streamer, they're going to play it the exact same way as you play it. And I think what needs to be had in games, and I think Cyberpunk is falling into this too, it's very linear but open world, is they need to give us options on how to handle problems so that way we can make it our own. Like, for example, I think Zelda does this really well, Breath of the Wild. You can 100%. Literally handle that game in any way that you want to, any option.
I fucking love that.
Let me handle
that's
this
why
game.
I'm really into Watch Dogs 2 right now. You can tackle a mission in so many different ways.
I don't play these games.
Okay, so if anybody has not played Legend of Zelda and is watching the stream, oh my fucking god!
Oliver, you can play it on our new fucking TV, bro.
This game is
your
fucking
new Joy-Cons and your Titan
flawless. I love this game. It is a masterpiece. I'm so happy that they're coming out with Breath of the Wild 2. Brandon's right. You can tackle it anything. As soon as you get out of the tutorial area, which is a huge open world area, that you're in. You can literally go straight to the end and fight Ganon, and then that's it. You can win from that.
And he's hard as fuck, but like that is a sacrifice.
But you can do it. Or you can go through the story, and you don't have to go into a linear story. They give you 4 points to go to, and you can go with them in any order that you want. And the story lines up, and it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
They did it perfectly.
So, like, you know, I'm not shitting on these games that are linear because, to be honest, sometimes you just want to be taken through this movie that is this game, like Red Dead Redemption 2.
Redemption is. That's what it's supposed to be that way.
And I love
Red Dead
that.
Redemption 2 did it as well.
But like
I'm playing through Red Dead 2 right now.
The options need to be there. You know, if you're gonna put your game out as this open world, do anything that you want, then make it so that you can tackle a mission where you have to follow this guy in many different ways. Like, I think kind of Assassin's Creed did it in a decent way. Like Assassin's Creed Unity was great for that matter because you can do it different ways.
And yet people still complain about that. They're like, it's not even Assassin's Creed anymore. You could just go in and kill everyone. As if you couldn't, even in like Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood and shit, just run in and use the broken ass counter mechanic to kill everyone. As if you couldn't do that in the old games. They just give you an option to actually skill into that now and actually make it fun.
Yeah, I like it when stealth is hard.
About that? Like in Odyssey, I use the warrior tree. I fucking go into the warrior tree. I like to charge it head on. I love the Spartan kick. I love kicking people off of buildings.
My God, it's fucking amazing.
I love that it has a heal. I like to just go balls deep with a fucking battle axe. That's what I like to do. And why are you going to condemn me for that? Am I not allowed to play Assassin's Creed because I like to play that way?
Bro, exactly. And I go an opposite route. I go assassination. I love literally feeling like an assassin, like sneaking around everything. But I always have a companion.
I always have a companion. Straight like a Viking and just wreck everybody.
You'd like Valhalla, bro.
Dude, Valhalla is so good at that. The battle mechanics in Valhalla are so perfect.
Honestly, Odyssey does it great too, though.
Odyssey does it really well. I
got the like God mode ability in my game where you like for a short time you can't die. You just feel so powerful,
dude. These games,
the heavy attack, the like R1 plus R2 heavy attack that consumes 3 bars, and each weapon has a different animation. Oh, I'm dying of awesomeness. Right
my God, it's so beautiful, and like each execution is done perfectly. Like the animations for it. On each one, no matter what weapon you're holding, it's all different. It's all unique, and it's
I've just been fighting in the arena and beating ass.
Bro, I haven't even gone there yet. I'm still in Athens. I'm fucking sucking ass right now.
You're getting there. But yeah, so I think some people may not think that video games are interesting. I just think, you know, when I'm playing a game.
If you don't like video games, you stopped watching us a long time ago.
100%.
I like to fuck it. I don't like talking on Discord when I'm playing single player games because I like to immerse myself into it. And a lot of the times I am this badass version of myself. And if I don't have the illusion of choice in a video game, then you lose some part of that immersion because it's not really you. You don't tackle issues in your own specific way. If you cheese the game in some way and you feel badass because that level was super hard, that's super dope to me.
But that works with games like Red Dead Redemption because you're not supposed to feel like yourself in the game. Yeah. You're supposed to feel like the character and want to do
exactly
what
immersion.
That character would do in that situation.
Immersion.
At least relatively. And I think Red Dead Redemption 2 does that perfectly because you do have a choice between like the story's going to end up the same way, but you have a choice to live your life before, spoiler alert for Red Dead Redemption 2, before you stop playing as Arthur. You get the choice to live out his final days as a bad person or a good person. Even though the story ends up the same way, it has to end up the same way.
Do you guys feel that if
you do get a small amount of choice, you get a little bit of wiggle room?
Yeah,
and I think it's just enough to keep the character and also play the game.
You get a choice at the end of the day, and that's all entire. You choose what you want to do. You choose the route you want to take.
Sorry, Oliver, what were you saying?
No, you're good. Do you guys feel like when a new game comes out, right? It doesn't matter what it is. Let's say they have a multiplayer and they have a campaign. If the campaign sucks, does that kill the game?
Yes. No.
It depends on what it is.
There are games that are for the multiplayer, man. There are games that I don't even touch the campaign. I haven't touched a COD campaign since Black Ops.
I haven't touched it since the original. I had the original 3 Call of Duties before multiplayer was a thing, before PS4 was a thing. I played all 3 of those, and that was just straight campaign. But I agree. I don't think the campaign is the end all be all of a singular game, depending on what it is, maybe.
So Travis, I think play Cold War's campaign. I also think you need to play Modern Warfare's campaign.
I mean, I did really like Black Ops 1's campaign. So
I'll agree with Brandon on this. I'm playing through Cold War's campaign right now, and I just got to the big mindfuck part, Brandon. Yep. I just got to that, and I will say the story line of this entire campaign is actually really good. They tie in actual people that were there in real life. Good on them. But they also have their own sense of world building.
Like zombies and the presidents again in this game. That was the best part of Black Ops. Are you serious?
No, not with the presidents, but they do integrate zombies.
That was the best, most memeable thing in the entire world.
They do integrate zombies.
It's just a meme, Dick.
It's just a meme, Dick.
Calm down.
Bro, any Kennedy
Someone's
meme.
posting cringe. Just a meme, Dick.
Poop straw. Hand it over. Somebody doesn't hand me the poop straw right now. There's going to be a problem. My bowels are so backed up. Not you. Yeah, man. So
you think I should play the campaign of Cold War?
Yeah, when you have a moment,
all
like I played it and stopped playing it, but I finished it within 2-3 days or something like that. Really enjoyed it. There's kind of some choices that go into it, and you decide where your fate goes. Big twist at the end, kind of M. Night Shyamalan type shit.
It's fucking wild.
Shamalama ding dong type shit for sure.
Speaking of Call of Duty, the new Warzone map just came out today, guys.
It did.
New operators.
Yes,
so I'm seeing
operators.
It did.
I'm seeing a lot of negativity around the new Warzone map because they integrated Black Ops into Modern Warfare, so you can literally use a Modern Warfare weapon and a Cold War weapon at the same time while you're playing Warzones. But I'm seeing a lot of complaints about how everything doesn't feel fleshed out, everything doesn't feel complete. Dog, everybody has to fucking realize that these guys had less than a year in order to complete this game and to bring it out to the masses.
Literally.
Do you know what kind of achievement that is?
You want everything. You want your cake and you want to eat it too. You want a game every year and you want it to be perfect,
that's true.
Polished, and have every single option that every Call of Duty fan in the entire world wants. Do you realize how impossible that is? You get to pick. Do you want a game every year, or do you want a beautiful, amazing game with everything everyone wants? Because right now they're just shitting out a game every single year because that's what's expected of them.
Yeah.
I also feel like too at this point, some people might not like the Call of Duties 2 because Call of Duty's using modern wars. There hasn't been a war that they haven't really covered. They've got all the big ones. So what are they going to do? Just keep recycling wars?
They really have been. They've recycled wars so many times.
They're going to run out eventually. The series is going to die off.
Yeah,
I mean, they could just go back to the future which everybody loves when Call of Duty does futuristic shit.
So great.
Dude, Advanced Warfare was trash. And what was the other one that was supposed to be advanced?
Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4.
In 2025, it's going to be Call of Duty Race War.
Well, I had somebody ask me this the other day.
If Trump won in 2020,
I had somebody ask me this the other day, why don't they throw it back to a civil war? And I was like, that's more Medal of Honor type.
Yeah, because you're gonna shoot and you're gonna be like, oh fuck, I gotta really just play down this. I gotta put in some black powder.
There's the reason why no Civil War game ever did well.
Medal of Honor was probably the most prominent.
It's because people want to have their cake and eat it too with that game. But people who are obsessed with the Civil War want the realism, which means your gun's going to take 5 minutes to reload.
So we came from an area where people are obsessed about the Civil War. Those kids are always fucking weird. Not gonna lie.
Like Call of Duty Pirates. That'd be lit.
Call of Duty Pirates.
Call of Duty Pirates.
Dude, bro, you
just love pirates. That's it.
20 pirate. Like honestly, that you'd be lit as fuck for that.
Cyberpunk 20 pirate.
Literally, where's my single player open world action RPG pirate game? Where is it?
Give it now.
Give it to me.
No, I can see this. So let's pitch this idea. So we do a pirate game, but it's kind of like the vibes of that one BioShock game, BioShock Infinite. What is that called? It's not Cyberpunk.
BioShock
what the
Infinite.
fuck? No.
Steampunk.
Yeah,
it's
steampunk.
steampunk.
A steampunk version of pirates, dog. I feel like that would be super dope. Kind of like a Dishonored type vibe.
Yes, dude. And instead of pirate ships with like sails, they have like steam ships, you know, with like the rudders and shit.
Sky
oh my God.
ships, dude. You're flying through the air.
So cool.
Yeah.
BioShock Infinite has that. Yeah. That'd be so lit. Oh my God. Did we just come up with like a AAA game right now?
I think we just did.
I think we did.
Yeah, I think we
Just
had
make
to.
it open world and we're good.
And with the illusion of choice.
Yes. The illusion of choice, and you get to customize your dick size. So give us your money.
God,
give us
I'm
the
getting a
Kickstarter
massive
money
cock right now just thinking about it.
And also Keanu's in it.
Keanu's in it.
Yeah, did you guys ever watch fuck, what was it called? I can't think of it. That made him pretty
who's somebody
big.
else? Who's
The
somebody
Matrix?
else? Like they've
that's
done
what
this
I
a
was
lot
thinking, the
lately,
Matrix. Yeah.
where they use a like beloved famous person in a video game to get it to sell more. You had like Norman Reedus.
They had what the fuck was his name? Who's the pedophile guy who made a video? Frank Underwood.
What?
Kevin Spacey. He was in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Oh, he was. That's right. He was in one of them. Yeah,
He was in
recently.
Advanced Warfare.
He was in like everything for a
bro.
time, and all those people are really regretting it now.
Probably.
Dude,
just like the subway dude.
Have we seen this
like,
video where
who would the beloved character in our pirate game be?
John Depp.
Probably who's the guy who always plays cowboys? No, if you're not in a Dodge Ram, you're
not
up.
in a Dodge Ram. That's Sam Elliott.
There you go.
Dude, that guy's a fucking
oh my God. He'd be perfect fucking pirate.
Clint
Or
Eastwood.
you should
Like
do the
captain that's seen a million battles.
I forget what the commercial is. Is the bigger dude who makes a catchy slogan, wears a hat. I forget what it's called. That's not a very good description. I know.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I'll figure it out. I guarantee I will.
Dude, so we're about to be fucking out of COVID. You know, I was talking to one of my coworkers today, and you know, I'm like tier 3 and getting this because I work technically in healthcare. Dude, once you get your fucking vaccine, what are you guys doing? Like, what is the move? Are you guys wearing masks out?
in the middle of the
The
street.
government already knows what I'm doing anyway.
A lot of different answers here.
I honestly, dude, I'm not going to take it.
Yeah.
There's no reason to. If everybody else takes it, I don't have to.
I bet you there's so many people that have that same mindset.
The
Though.
logic right there is fucking horrible.
All right, I'll see. I'm gonna see how it works first. Like, I'm not gonna be the first X amount of people to take. I want to see how it works.
Could you imagine not wearing masks out though? Like, so apparently you get this like COVID card whenever you get the vaccine.
I don't have to wear my mask anymore.
Yeah, bro. I got my weed card.
It's okay. I got that Vax card.
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah, dog. So I don't know, man. I feel like at that point, going to bars every single weekend, you know, hitting up ladies.
You're tier 3 to get it, which means you're like the third group of people that's allowed to get it.
Yeah, apparently, and this is based
tier
off
1. So tier 1 is like probably
elderly. It's elderly. It's elderly. It's elderly and front. It's elderly and health and like frontline healthcare workers.
Yeah.
What about children?
Children don't. There's not that many cases of children getting COVID. They don't think children can get it.
No, they can. They can definitely get it, but they're just carriers. Like they don't fucking. They're just spreaders of the virus. Yeah,
they don't like show a lot of symptoms.
Excuse me.
So who knows about that? I mean, I imagine at some point it cuts off at a certain age, but usually children aren't.
So this show has kind of highlighted fucking like it's really hilarious how we go down the road of the Real Sensitive Guy episodes. You know, we start off in January, we're doing our thing, New Year's resolutions. Then like around March, COVID starts canceling everything, and we really just talk about how it's affecting our lives. We have really just like documented the fuck out of our lives in COVID. I feel like we're gonna be in history books.
Honestly,
dude,
they want pretty much a like time perfect documentation. We're here, baby.
Right here, baby.
Dude, this pandemic will literally go down in history. It's going to be written to the history books.
Burks.
I think about this all the time because people say like, "Oh my God, it's not a big deal. There have been pandemics before." But this is the first pandemic where we have like mass media, right?
That's true.
This is the first pandemic with the internet. This is the first pandemic where everyone can communicate with each other. And there weren't even like commercials and shit when the last pandemic happened.
I think the last one was like 100 years ago.
So like we're going to have things
1,000
documented
years
that
ago,
are just
something like that,
unprecedented. Like there are commercials with people wearing masks. There are commercials about the pandemic. It's just crazy. It's just fucking crazy.
It's wild.
Yeah.
That's
true. That's a big part, having mass media and internet covering it. I agree.
It really still blows my mind. Every once in a while, I'll look around and I'm like, damn, everybody's wearing masks. And then like I have it on my face and I'm like, I'm really breathing in a mask right now. This is insane. I don't know, man.
But I like find myself thinking that less and less as time goes on, as it literally becomes like the new normal.
I don't want that part of me to die though. I really don't.
Oh, I force myself to keep thinking about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to wear a mask forever. I don't think any sensible person does. It's just
it's gonna feel really weird is when like this stuff like starts to slow down and people like aren't wearing masks in public anymore. Everyone's be like, what the fuck?
Dude, it's gonna be such a fucking change
going
when
back
you switch to that.
Back to the actual normal.
Back to normal.
It's gonna be weird.
I don't know. I think a lot of people are gonna make lifestyle changes. Like I know that I am.
Oh, definitely.
Are you gonna start drinking Monster less?
Because
we've heard that before.
I'm done with that. That's a far off dream. I'm done with that.
You think that meme is gonna die in 2021? Where that one New Year's resolution?
Every episode before we start.
I know I said I wasn't gonna start till 25, but I'm legit gonna start like actually working out soon. I'm gonna get like some home fucking workout equipment and start going at it.
Yeah, I think
it's time for me to get ripped with this big ass beard and long hair. Like I want to look like Jason Momoa. Stat.
No, for sure. I was looking at myself. I actually lost a little bit of weight recently. I was at like 130, 135. And I'm at 125 again. You know, I'm just shitting out all my weight. And
that's what I used to weigh in high school.
Yeah, dog. Like I'm a fucking child, but you know, I
weighed that in high school also.
So like, you know, we just stopped going to the gym because I really just didn't feel safe in that fucking gym. Like I can't be out of work for 2 weeks. I just can't.
I can't. That's why I said I should get home stuff because I could not even fathom going to a gym. That's like the germiest place right now.
Like a petri dish.
Just because people can't keep their fucking germs to themselves and wipe down their shit.
Or keep their mask on.
Honestly, Planet Fitness is probably the safest gym right now. I'm going to be real. Like everybody talks shit on the lunk alarm, and to be honest, it's fucking cringe, but
it's kind of funny when it goes off.
Yeah.
The lunk alarm.
I think that's so
I want that, dude. I don't want to get judged.
I feel like they have like that is like high key funny that they have a lunk alarm like in a gym. Just be like, hey, you're yelling too loud.
I think so. Like the dudes that are like screaming on the bench, I look at them and I'm like, okay, you're being a little like too much right now. Okay, you can definitely get that last rep out without fucking creaming your pants.
It's so fucking extra.
Yeah.
And granted, I've never fucking lifted 300 pounds, but still.
But no, like it's equivalent. It's proportional to your weight. So, but yeah, the gym, fucking germiest place in the world. I'm going to order like a home weight set or something and start just like pumping iron.
You can get some basic stuff, just like a couple of dumbbells and like maybe a curl bar.
That's what I'm saying. I just want to like maybe be like sitting at my work desk or whatever. I work from home. So just be like pumping iron while I work.
Get like a pull up bar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's not.
Honestly, I want to start working out too. Like I worked out a little bit when Brandon and Oliver still lived near us. But then once they left, like I kind of fucking went down the chute. I just
I want to
didn't.
see. I think this is because of COVID a little bit too. I like want to see different. I want to just try different things with myself. Like I've tried the long hair and I've actually really liked it. So I want to try. Like I want to see what Rip Travis looks like. I want to try that.
There's this guy who talks on YouTube and he says, I think every guy deserves to see the peak genetic version of themselves. And that always stuck in my head. It's
exactly.
Like, what does peak version of Brandon look like?
Exactly. I don't want to like be fucking cocky or anything right now, but I've always thought I was like a pretty to really good looking guy. And I want to see what I look like with like huge muscles to match it. Cause I've always been this skinny kid. And now I've kind of become a little bit chunky. Because of my probably monster drinking and eating.
You're fucking 1,000 calories per can type shit.
But now I want to see myself just like yoked. I haven't seen that yet. I've seen skinny myself. I've seen myself a little chunky. I don't want to get any chunkier than I am right now, so I'm going to get ripped.
There you go. It's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It'll be tough, but I think we can all do it.
I'm going to have the most stereotypical New Year's resolution, which is to get yoked.
True, everyone does say that. I'm going to go to the gym more.
But I'm going to be legit. Like you guys know from my quitting few months that I can, when I put my mind to something, I can just do it. I have the mental fortitude, baby.
You do other things with putting your mind to it and something happens. So
did you actually quit though?
I did. I like fucking Scouts honored.
I was there. There were times where you fucking didn't quit.
The beginning was rocky. I faltered a couple times at the beginning.
I remember a few conversations where we had where like, Travis, you shouldn't do this. You're like, I've got 2 weeks. Okay.
And then I also remember the conversation where you fucking bribed me to do pull-ups at the bar for a reward of something I wasn't supposed to be doing.
That was okay. That was not like any harshness at all. I was like, if you do 10 pull-ups right now, I'll let you take a hit of the bong. And you're like, okay.
All right, but if you offer a heroin addict to be able to shoot heroin when they get home, what are they going to choose?
It's like a typical. This is like a typical Oliver scenario.
I did go after my initial fuck ups, after my initial faltering. I did go a solid like 3.5 months. So consider yourselves proven wrong.
Typical Oliver situation where everyone goes, "When's the last time it happened?" Oh, 2 months ago. Bro, I saw it happen 2 weeks ago.
I saw it literally yesterday. You fuck.
like
that ass I went. You guys weren't even living it with me at that point, so you can't fucking say shit.
we have. There's a camera on 308 somewhere.
Damn.
We're just watching you and your girlfriend.
They do clap. They do.
We already went
hands.
years hearing it, bro. The thin walls in the dorm, the thin walls in the house, the thin walls everywhere.
Dog.
Why can nobody make thick walls anymore? Our houses aren't built like they're used to.
It was, whenever you learn a lot about people whenever you live very close to people like that. I remember one time I was in the living room fucking, I think it was playing games or I was talking with my at the time girlfriend. And then your door was open and I just hear you clapping cheeks. I'm like, bro, I gotta close this fucking door, man.
Remember the times of living in the same room where we had to like be like, all right, I'm gonna need like 45 minutes from 7 to 7:45 tonight. The door's gonna be locked. Get everything out of your room. Don't be on your computer.
Yeah,
there we go.
Put a sock on the door.
Oh man,
fucking nasty ass cunts.
Bro, whenever you're in the dorm room, it's such a struggle when you're trying to fuck.
I didn't have a roommate, so I didn't have like that issue. So like I would jack off all the fucking time.
No, we were very cool about it though. Like I always wonder, like we say it's hard, but we really had it nice. Like we were two people who wanted to see each other get laid, So we would accommodate each other. But imagine having a roommate you like didn't like. Or imagine having one of those awkward roommates who like sits in their room 24/7 so you can like never get them to leave.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, my freshman year, my second semester, I didn't have a roommate. So I mean, I did, but not. They were there. Like I saw him maybe twice a month.
Oliver, you had the blessing of
I was a little
all
jealous,
of us full sending any girl that would give you attention. Any fucking girl, we would just be like,
literally, we knew you had the room to yourself most of the time, so we were gunning for you every time.
every time. Oliver, you had it good, brother. You had it good.
Yeah, my second semester, I saw him maybe twice every month.
Damn.
Yeah.
I had a guy that was there like 24/7 all the time. It was the guy that told me that I was a piece of shit. I've told that story.
Will, don't. When anyone says
I'm just so glad I don't have a bad roommate story. I'm just so glad.
Dude, my first semester was weird because like my first roommate was okay, and then he just like up and left back in Seattle.
Yeah, he was a good friend, sort of. He wasn't that good of a friend, and he wasn't that good of a roommate, but he was cool. I'll say that.
Like, I would say this: he was okay in the beginning. Like him and I were cool with each other, or whatever, and he was pretty chill. And then he kind of became like a mooch.
He did.
And like, I think the thing that pissed me off the most about him, I think, is when we were freshmen and we would go to parties and he would be like, no one ever thanks me for letting you guys all go to these parties. I put in all the work to get us here and no one ever says thanks. I'm like, bro, like, what are you on about?
He's the only reason we're cool at all. Like, I didn't like that either.
When he said that, I was like, all right, bro, like, chill out. It's a party. We don't have to go. You can go if you want.
We're talking about Oliver's first roommate, Brandon, to fill you in.
Okay.
I'm sure you knew by now.
Yeah. I was getting some context clues.
Really, that's the worst thing he ever did. Wasn't like basically hooking up with somebody while you were in the room.
God, who would fucking do that? That's fucked up.
Yeah, seriously. Only the most scumbag roommate.
Yeah. That was that one pissed me off, especially. Or the other thing that would piss me off too is like we would all collectively like, hey, we're drinking tonight. Let's do whatever. And then everyone would be like, oh, I don't have any money. I can't participate. And then he'd be the drunkest out of all of us by the end of the night.
Literally. And we started catching on to that. And honestly, I think I speak for everyone when I say we were a little glad when he left, just a little bit. Like he was a cool guy. He was a fun guy, but he was like kind of taking advantage of us in some ways.
I had a what the fuck was it? My last roommate. He didn't really do like anything like nasty or anything like that. He came into the room with his at the time girlfriend, and he just forgot to tell me that she was going to use like my bathroom because I had suite mates, but I didn't have a roommate. So I had like my own.
Also, thank God you don't have a roommate whose girlfriend comes and erases your mirror.
Right.
Okay.
We've already talked about this, but like he forgot to mention to me that like his girlfriend was going to use my bathroom as like a changing room. So like I had to go up to pee and like just walked in the door thinking that like no one's going to be in there. It's my bathroom, and I see a fully naked female, like college female, in my bathroom. I'm like,
nice.
Wait, so this is the bad roommate story?
No, this isn't the bad roommate story. This is just a roommate or a suite mate that like, it was kind of like an awkward situation.
Definitely would be awk. Especially if she came on to you right there. Was just like, I never loved him.
No, this man, so like his roommate was a fucking Greek god. Like Buddy literally was a 10. A 10 out of 10.
Oh my God, this man was built like Clark Kent. Like when he wore glasses, he looked legit like Clark Kent, and it was fucking terrifying.
God, that's what I want.
But he was the kicker of the football team, so like you wouldn't expect someone that plays that position to be like as ripped as he was. And this fucking kid was the goofiest.
Just have really ripped legs.
Dude, he had ripped everything. Like every part of him was cut.
He zoomed in.
Bro, this kid was the goofiest fucking kid in the world. Like, he pranked me. He got caution tape, and he literally covered my fucking room with caution tape.
Oh my God.
One day before I came back from fucking meeting for fraternity. Bro, it was so weird. And then one day he got new glasses and he like yelled from across and he's like, "Will!" And then you just hear him like scuttering. Hey, scuttering. And he like burst through my door and he's like, "Hey, tell me if I look hot with these on." And then he just stood there for like 2 minutes waiting for my answer. I'm like, "Yeah, man, you look good." He's like, "Great, awesome." And he just ran right back over to his room.
Damn, why do you not still hang out with this guy? He sounds lit.
Yeah,
he is lit, and I do still hang out with him from time to time. I chat with him, but due to COVID, I can't really go back to.
Cold War?
Do not think so. He might. He plays Fortnite a lot, I think.
Fuck that game.
Defriend him immediately.
Fuck that game, bro.
Yeah, post-COVID is gonna be pretty wild. So, like, I'm a single dude, you know. I have to go out and find my way. I've got to traverse through the realm that is pussy.
He's wondering. He's talking about finally getting some puss.
Yeah, you know, I honestly,
put that blue chew to work.
Dude, I have so much blue chew.
Have you canceled your shit?
I have not yet. I forgot about it.
You need to cancel this. How many do you have right now?
I have 2 full bags, which is like 60 pills.
Fucking shit, bud.
Which is only half that he needs.
Literally. No, but like, so
this guy fucks.
Post-COVID is going to be wild because I have to traverse through the new lands that is getting pussy as an adult. So that's mostly bars.
I feel like because it's post-COVID, it'll be really easy.
Yeah.
Like everyone is
going to be thirsty.
Right at the beginning, everyone's going to be just so desperate. It's going to be like feeding time.
They're going to be hurting for squirting time for sure.
So I'm really interested to see what your guys' strategies would it be if you were me? You know, what are your strategies?
My one main piece of advice right now is strike first, dude.
Yeah.
Like as soon as things are clear to go out in public again, you've got to be hitting the bars and the location.
Strike while the iron's hot.
Because everyone is going to be coming out of quarantine just mad horny.
Well, I also feel like
they didn't have a person to comfort them during it, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, I also feel like it's gonna be like a mad celebration when like so people are gonna be out. Like I feel like you're gonna see way more people come out than normal. You know,
we not working hard, yeah, right?
Because everyone's been so cooped up. Even the people that aren't
better
like,
yet,
or the people that are introverts that like to stay in and stuff like that. Like they're even gonna feel like, all right, I need to go out. You know what I mean? So you might get some gems every now and then.
It's really made a lot of people think about, you know, how often they see their friends and people they should reconnect with and stuff like that. At least that's what quarantine's done for me. So
I mean,
I have like a laundry list of people I'm going to reconnect with when this is all over.
Yeah, I saw something the other day on Twitter. It was basically saying like, you know how every year people look forward to doing what they're going to do in the coming year? Like they have all these goals they set for themselves and stuff like that.
Yeah, dude. I bet some of the 2020 goals got effed.
Well, I saw the person's tweet was like 2020 was like the year I like looked forward to all these different things, but it's made me realize that 2020 is just like people just realize what they have because like you don't know what's going to happen with COVID and everything else that's going on.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's been really wild. So like, you know, I've had not opportunities, but like if I wanted to pursue certain people in my life, I definitely could. But I don't want to shit where I eat. You know, I don't want to make things awkward if things don't work out. So, you know, I'm looking for external means. And when you're not in college, there's not
it's kind of tough
pussy on a platter, essentially. Like, you know, you have all of these things where you can be relatable about, you know, you have to really, number one, like hone yourself and then have that version of yourself come out whenever you're out and about. So, you know, I'm like a 7 out of 10, honestly, and my personality is pretty insane. I think once COVID ends, it's gonna be pretty nuts. But I'm enjoying the single life. You know, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want to do, which is really dank.
I think like being single isn't necessarily like a bad thing, even if someone's like super relationship oriented, because like being single is not like you can do whatever you want. You get to like figure out what you really want and like make sure like that's best thing
Chance
for you.
the Rapper said, "Ain't a single living thing that likes living single."
Hey.
So
I don't know,
Travis, to kind of put this in perspective, when we did magical mushrooms like 4 years ago now, which is nuts that's 4 years ago.
Are we allowed to say we did that?
Probably not, but we're gonna say it anyway.
All right.
Are you talking about the time I did it with you?
You did say I took a bong rip earlier, so fuck.
I was like, what is
that's
this?
out of the statute of limitations, bud.
Are we talking about the time I did it with you guys?
No.
Was it the time I did it?
No. So this was the first time. This is the first time. I remember that day.
Now we've just revealed that there have been multiple times.
That day, I remember how sad I was because I was single. Like, I was nervous to do shrooms, but at the same time, like, I was just really sad about being single. That feeling hasn't been around in so fucking long. Like, there's like times where I kind of miss it, but like most of the time here, I'm just chilling.
The biggest time you miss it is when you're horny.
You just jerk one off and then you're fucking good, dude.
So, I mean, you could be like the guy who's single and they go to like a party or something like that. They like scope out who they want to, try to get with. You could be like that.
Yeah, like the typical TV show guy. Like every friend group in every friend group TV show has the one guy who just slays a different woman every night and then like acts like he's okay with that. And then it turns out later in the show that he actually wanted a commitment the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if I find a good opportunity, the problem is there's just no good opportunities for me right now. There's no women that I really vibe with on the level where I would say, yeah, I want to keep you for a while.
Take your fucking time, man. Take your time. There's
all
not
patience, my guy. That's
You're
all it is.
23 years old.
Yeah. No, that's the thing now. Is like this is more than just a fling for the weekend. I can go through women, but like it's gotta be long term.
It's harder, like the quantity is lower and you're also looking for a higher quality than before. So it makes it even harder, honestly.
Yeah, that's true. You're kind of pickier.
Yeah, I can close deals, but I'm looking for the high dollars.
Yeah.
Dollar bills, y'all.
You'll find it though. You'll find it.
We all do. We all do.
They say it happens at the most unexpected times.
That's true.
So when I'm going to take a shit...
Yeah. No,
so I'm gonna find love on a toilet.
That'd be dank.
Because that's the time I least expect anything to happen.
It could be like a situation. Let's say like everyone wants to go to the bar, right? And Brandon's like, I don't want to go for whatever reason. I'm like, bro, you never know who you're gonna meet. You should just come. And then he comes and has a great time. Find someone. There you go. That's how it starts.
Come. I knew you would come,
but you've come.
As soon as he walks in the bar, a girl comes up. She's like, "I knew you would come, but you've come.
Enemy has been slain."
But no, we believe in Brandino. He's got a good personality.
100%.
Will too. We believe in Will.
Oh, I don't believe in myself.
Someday
that's okay. You can't start like that. You can't be like, well, I don't even believe in myself, so I don't think I'm gonna do this.
No, I believe in myself.
Get rid of those bitches that un-add him in 3 days. Someday he'll stop plugging our podcast to them right away and ruining their views of him.
Yeah. I won't learn that. I won't learn from that.
This is real sensitive, guys, and I think it's like the first sensitive-ish topic we've talked about in like 4 or 5 episodes.
Hey, man.
At least.
I try to talk about sensitive things all the time.
It's just not where the modern times are at.
I was really trying hard to come up with a relationship-related question for our guests next week.
Oh,
I don't know if Brandon wants me to ask a relationship question. I think he wants me to ask Call of Duty questions, so I came up with Call of Duty questions.
I'll ask Call of Duty questions.
I feel like we could kind of gauge it how Deep Web was, like see how the vibe is. The guy's super chill.
We did end up asking him relationship questions. I think it could be mostly Call of Duty questions, a little bit relationship questions. Like I want to ask him what are the 3 things he looks for in a woman. I just want to. I think that's a fair question. It's not like digging too deep in a relationship question. It's just like, hey, exactly. It's literally bam, bam, bam. Fire them off, and I'm good.
It's like if someone asks you, hey, what's the meaning of life to you?
42.
It's the It's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. What's going on, Brandon? Welcome back.
Hey. What were we talking about?
Jesus, find a woman. I believe in you.
God. So what was that? We don't say that. We don't say that.
What?
Oliver was pretty upset about something somebody said.
Oh, that was me because he's.
Oh yeah, Will said he's never gonna find anyone.
Yeah, Will was like, myself. Will was like, I don't have confidence. I was like, Will, you can't start off saying like that. You gotta have confidence and
bro, I pissed him off big time.
I said Brandon's gonna find a great girl. I said Will's gonna find a great girl as soon as he stops plugging our podcast to her right away.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Not William. So here's the thing. I think you and I are in the same boat. We're not the fucking top tier looking guys, but we've got that personality that just attracts people. I think once you kind of let go of this, this is gonna sound a little fucked, but like this needy, like innate neediness that you have with relationships, I think you're gonna be fucking cash money, dog. Because at this point, girls have kind of moved past needing a guy. So now that like a dude, if they give him like too much attention, they're like, you know, this guy is like fucking needy as shit, cunt. Like this is not good enough. Once you move past that, I think you'll be cash money, my friend.
Yeah. Also, I feel like we've been seeing a shift in recent years, towards more personality oriented, like just generally. I mean, people. This is obviously just an opinion, but I think personality gets you way further in 2020 than it did in like 2014.
Well, to put it into perspective for everybody, like you see 10s with dudes that are 4s. Like it's insane. You literally have dudes have unlimited power. It's all about you, your personality, and your dedication towards life.
And I see so much more these days, like so much more positivity towards different like looks, like a lot more positivity towards heavier guys, a lot more positivity towards really skinny gamer guys. Like,
yeah, it's weird shit.
I just see a lot more variation in what girls are loving these days. But maybe it's because you're just seeing so many more girls' opinions because of the internet, because of mass media, blah, blah, blah.
That's fair.
I think it's a combination of both, honestly. Yeah. I mean,
I think right
now during this pandemic, pandemic is giving
how much information can be spread around. You're seeing a lot more people are seeing this one person's argument as to why skinny guys are better. This one other girl's argument as to why chunky guys are better. And more people are seeing that, and more people are being like, oh, I agree with that. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes opinions can do good, but
I don't even know where I'm going with this. I've had
I was about to say
an episode at this point, so we're just.
I really think I think Oliver excels at this really well. He's very much himself, no matter what the fucking situation is. And I think I need to be better at that. I've always been good at being like this, a chameleon sort of, where I can just kind of go into every single different environment and thrive. And I think I just need to be more of myself and you know, you need to be a little bit of a chameleon, but at the same time, really just hone in on what I'm good at instead of just playing a character.
You hit the nail on the head. And it's because of what you said earlier. It's because at this point, someone you date is like so much more of a serious thing because every single person that you date has the potential to be the person that you spend the rest of your days with. You have to like be yourself from the beginning, or at least mostly yourself, or you're just going to create problems for yourself in the long run. And then you're going to have to start back at square one when that fails, you know?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, you got to do you, brother. I think a lot of people take that the wrong way, though. Like when you hear the advice, be yourself, you're like, okay, so I can just be this weird cunt. Like, no,
people take be yourself to mean walk up to somebody and tell them your deepest, darkest secret immediately. Like,
to be like Poopy Gandhi.
Don't do that. Walk up to League Atlanteus and say Poopy Gandhi.
Poopy Gandhi.
No, like be relatable. Talk about shit. Like a good example I heard one time was like, know what Bird Box is. When everybody's talking about this one thing, like, be hip, be relatable.
Exactly. But if you were dating earlier in this year, know about Tiger King. Like,
yes,
be able to talk about some shit that there's like a 90% chance someone has seen.
I mean, you can connect with you. Thing. Yeah, that's fair. It's like a typical topic that like most right people now you walk
up to a girl and be like, "Baby Yoda is so cute," right?
Oliver's girlfriend said one thing that really stuck with me. She was like, "Yeah, Oliver was just like this mysterious character at first, and that's what was really stuck with me."
That was his big thing. It's like, does this guy actually not give a fuck, or does he have a heart in there? I want to find out.
Yep. Yeah,
it's smooth criminal.
Very smooth criminal.
No, it's like tough too, because I feel like anytime you meet a new person, obviously your first instinct is you want to make a good impression, right? That's your first step. You want to meet them, you want to have a good time. But like if you're trying to meet a girl and that's like, you don't want to show too much off at first. Like you want to be yourself, but you don't want to like go crazy with it and be super goofy or way too
weird. So perfect with that, Oliver. And I never understood how you do it. I still to this day don't know if you do it on purpose or not. But you just display this perfect level of I don't care that makes girls just go insane.
Literally cream.
And I don't know how you do it. I think it's just your personality, and I'm so fucking jealous of it. But I've seen so many girls, like, you don't see it because they obviously never want to show it to you,
right?
Because you're the one they're feeling it towards. But like behind closed doors, every time I've been behind closed doors with a girl that's been interested in you, she's always just like, I can never tell what he's thinking, and it drives me insane, and it like makes me like just mad for him. Like
I don't know, man. It's just
I've never been like that. I'm the guy who you can read like a book. And some girls like that. I'm the guy who like will, if you give me 2 fucking seltzers, I will tell you that I want to marry you.
Ask me anything.
Ask me anything.
I think it's just like trying to get that chemistry between like you want to be funny, you want to like show your personality, but like I said, you want to show too much. I don't know, man. I think the way I've approached in terms of like getting relationships, I have a different perspective than a lot of people in my life, I think, because I'm one of 8, right? I have 7 siblings. Every single one of my siblings, their first relationship was terrible. It ended badly.
Honestly,
it was terrible. It wasn't. It may have lasted a while, but it was terrible. At the end, it turned ugly. So I think going from each relationship that my siblings have been in, I've kind of just sat back and seen what's been happening and stuff like that. So I have more of like a perspective on what fits more towards what I'm going for, if that makes sense, just because I've seen their situations kind of fail. So
true. I like think about that. Like people probably think you say, because you were homeschooled until high school, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's
and
crazy.
People will think like, oh my God, this kid had no social interaction. But then you think, wait, he had like 8 siblings. This kid had nothing but social interaction.
True.
Exactly.
Well, it is kind of different going from homeschool and then trying to break the 5th wall, so to speak, going to high school and how cliquey everybody is, because all those kids
you're
are
going into something that's already established.
Exactly.
That too, because I went to a Catholic school and then ended up going to public high school. I was coming into an environment where everybody's friend group was already established. Like best friends had been best friends since first grade.
That was my fucking life, man. I was a military brat, so I was every 2 years or so, I was in a new place. Not only that, with my parents being divorced, it was very back and forth. Like in 2nd grade, I went to my dad's and I stayed there for the whole school year. So it was like every year you had to recreate yourself, which was a blessing and a curse for sure. But everybody had these established relationships, and that's nothing I'd ever had. I think that's why college was really dope for me.
I was going to say the exact same thing, because it's not like who is in this area goes to this school. College is like you have to want to go there. You have to apply to there. So there's people from across the state. There's people from out of the country. There's people from across the country. Like they're all coming together, and you never know who you're going to meet. And pretty much everybody is meeting the person for the first time. That's why I chose the college that I chose, because even though it was like relatively close to me, I had never even like heard of the town or anything. So I was like, I want to meet some new people. And I think, like I said, relatively close. So like 2 or 3 people from my high school went to this school, but the school was big enough where I never saw them. I was meeting all new people and I fucking loved it.
Yeah,
it's great.
It's true. It is kind of like that in a sense too, if you go to like a college that's not super big, because obviously at some point, anytime you go out and do something, 80% of the people and the 10% you don't know, but then you can get to know them. You know what I mean? It gives you that interaction.
Yeah, it was cool. And that was like great about the size of our school too. Because once I did meet all these new people and I got acquainted, I met so many cool people. Like when you in high school, you maybe have like your friend group of 8 people. In college, you have your friend group of like 8 people, and then you have like 30 side characters that you see on a regular basis.
I was about to say the exact same thing.
Super cool.
You have a friend group, and then you have an entire you have like 3 other friend groups that like you're a part of.
Like, you have a friend group that like accompanies your friend group often to functions, and your friend group and their friend group are separate friend groups, but also you guys like have an alliance. It's like Walking Dead. It's like the Hilltop.
It's like Civilization.
Alexandria. It's like all these different groups.
It's wild. You open up trade routes with each other. It's fucking great.
No, I love that analogy where you create these alliances with other friend groups, and then
dude, like our sophomore year, we had the dudes group, and then we wanted to go to a party. And we wanted to make sure we would get in. We would hook up with the girls group, who were like this group of girls that we hung out with. And we would go to the party and we would all get in because we had 15 girls with us.
And there would be like different factions within these groups. And then we hung out with different factions.
Like power dynamics. Like this girl is the leader of this group.
Oh,
this
dude,
girl's going to become the leader soon because she's going to perform a coup here soon.
I feel like in college, it was at least with our friend group, I don't want to say like anyone was necessarily the leader, but I feel like in certain instances, each one of us led like a certain area. You know what I mean? It wasn't like.
So I think if we have
like an overall,
we talk about this many of times, but hypothetical apocalypse type situation, I think we can all agree that Travis would be the leader of this for sure. Well, do we all agree with this?
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
And obviously, like it would be like me as the de facto leader. Like I would be a leader as a face
of the people. Yeah,
really, it would be a council of all of us where we're all But I would obviously be the face, the public face leader. Yes, I'm
Rick.
I'm the cult
You're
leader.
The Rick.
Like, let's be real.
No, for sure. And I think we all would have our own little roles within it. You know, Oliver's girlfriend, again, you know, she was like, you know, what role would I serve? I think we would all have our own roles in this post-apocalyptic
world.
Would
we serve?
Like, I think I would be a strong number 2 to somebody. I think I would be like you know, I like to think that I have a good mindset on things. I can put my emotions aside on things.
The Simon to my Negan.
Yeah, I think I think
the Merle to my governor.
You know, and then
bro, I would be the one that just be down for fucking anything. Like honestly, like I don't care what the hell happens.
You'd be the lead henchman. You know what I'm saying? You would lead all of the squads into fucking battle, dog. Oliver is kind of like the fucking who's the guy with the crossbow?
Daryl.
He's the silent but deadly cunt. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oliver's the guy that you give the sniper rifle to.
If you're about to get shot by somebody, you guarantee they're gonna get shot by Oliver first.
Bro, you give Ollie that fucking sniper rifle and just say go up top. I'll tell you where everybody is.
That's funny.
Hell yeah, dude. You know, we got this down locked. Honestly, I think we would do really well in a post-apocalyptic situation.
Oh yeah,
I think we would.
I've already communicated this to Jess, to my girlfriend. I'm like, if we go in an apocalyptic scenario, like we're finding them first. We have to group up. We have to find our friend group. Like,
what can't we talk ourselves out of?
I wouldn't want to die. You know?
Yeah.
What can't all 4 of us talk ourselves out of? If you put us in a room, I bet all 4 of us could BS our way out of anything.
We have throughout our whole life.
Travis always says she's got the silver tongue, man.
Gotta have. I feel like a silver tongue is something you definitely have to have in the apocalypse to have any kind of longevity to your life.
You gotta have the barter skill 100. You know,
barter skill.
The one time we got in trouble for anything in college, I swear to God, we talked ourselves out of murder at that point. They're like, "Yeah, you guys have to. All right, you don't have to do anything. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal." Like the guy literally said that shit. He was like, "You guys aren't bad kids. You guys are actually fantastic." I'm like, "Little do you know,
I can tell you're not a bad student. I looked at your grades and shit." I'm like, "Yeah, you know I'm not." You know I'm not. Model students have to have fun too. All right.
Literally.
What you got to do in college is you got to be the smartest motherfucker in the room, but you also got to be like the hypest dude at the fucking party as well. Like you gotta be, if you can pull off both sides of those two of that coin, you will make a fucking living. Like you will live college to the fullest.
We talked about this on the show too. Like the fact that the high you get from just like having your friend group have a name and like be known.
Oh my God, yes.
That's wild. I just remember that.
I was told by my boss today, she was like, "I'm sending you to do this." It was myself and a couple of other people, so I guess the credit's not as actual as I'm thinking. But she was like, "I'm sending you all to do this because you guys can go into a room and command it." It's like, you already fucking know what's up, dude.
It translates. It does. It, in a sense, translate into real life too, because I'm finding myself in the same situation. I'm just like existing at my job. I'm doing my job. I'm being consistent and I'm being like excited. And I find myself getting more and more responsibilities put onto me.
Same here.
Which I'm not complaining about. This is a good thing.
Well, actually, so Travis, I don't know your dynamic, which is why I'm not using this as an example, but Will, you have not only gone farther than I did, and I literally worked at that same place for like 3 fucking years. No, it was like 5.
3? Yeah, no, way more, bro.
Like
it was
5 years.
It was 3 when I met you.
It was like 5 years when by the time I left. You have gone so much farther in a year than I have in 5 years, brother. Just because you have that ability to command a room.
That's fair. I agree with that,
bro.
Plus, there's times you just work, man. You're a fucking workhorse.
There's bro. That's why I said, like, in a zombie apocalypse, you tell me to do anything, I'll be the first one to volunteer to do anything. Like, we need to have somebody go out and do scouting, or there's a group. We saw a group of like zombies in this area. All right, fucking bet. Give me my gun. I'm fucking running out there right now.
Literally.
Let's go.
I think of that. At first, I got like so upset because I'm like, if I was in an apocalypse scenario like tomorrow, there would be no more video games, no more like cell phone, no more anything like that. But I'm like, you know what? Who fucking cares? You just need a way to fill your time. And I would fill my time by providing for our group, leading our group, killing for our group if I have to. Like I would do everything.
The pause there. Killing for our group?
Fucking killing for... God, I would kill a motherfucker for you guys. Like
literally, if The Walking Dead taught me anything, it's that the only people who survive the apocalypse for like multiple years are people who aren't afraid to do what has to be done to live. All right.
And honestly, the only and this is the way I rationalize it in my brain is like the only way I'm living is with you guys. Like if I don't have the fucking squad, like I'm dead. That's just how it is.
And people say like oh, you can only live with people. That's bullshit. You can only live with people that you completely trust, which is why I would find you guys first.
And I can see it. You know, there's going in this hypothetical situation, there's going to be so much butting heads because in real life, there has been so many situations where we've all butted heads. You know?
Yeah,
and this is going to be even worse because there's going to be like actual hard times. There's going to be life-threatening hard times. I know that because it's the apocalypse. It's going to happen. It's not always going to be sunshines and rainbows.
100%.
Not everything is going to work out for us. Like we're generally lucky guys, but I'm not going to delude myself and say everything in the apocalypse is going to work out for us. People we love are going to die. Food will be scarce at times. Like we will have hardships.
Here's the one thing that I think will get us through. One, like Brandon said, we are a bunch of fucking stubborn ass idiots, and we butt heads all the time. But here's the thing. We may be stubborn, we may butt heads, but at the end of the day, we still fucking love each other, and we know that we'll do anything to protect each other. So we know at that point in time, under those circumstances, yeah, we're gonna butt heads, but we're still gonna find a solution that all of us can compromise to at the end of the day.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah,
because we know.
I know every day. If anybody had a gun to your guys' heads, I would slit their throat, no hesitation, man.
No hesitation. No fucking hesitation.
No hesitation.
And I think what this comes down to, my dad and I recently just had like a real talk, and he sat me down and he was like,
real sensitive dads.
Brandyn, you have always been kind of separate from the family. And I think that is because you are very independent and you rely on other people as family. I'm like, that's some real shit. You know, like the people that I have in my life are my family. That's that, you know, losing people in my life, losing family members in my life has been okay. You know, it's not ideal, obviously, but you know, I got my boys. I've got the people in my life, and that's all that matters. So I think I think, you know, you real sensitive guy hours right now.
Yeah. Is it weird that I want an apocalypse to happen? Like, I'm tired of being a fucking wage slave. Let's go to post-apocalyptic world. Yes, the bad times will be bad, but the good times will be even better.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of, I think we can idolize this situation as it'll be this fantastic thing, but
real life COD zombies.
So much ass.
It would be so bad.
Bro, I would fucking hate my life.
Oh shit.
I would hate my life and love my life at like simultaneously 24/7 at that point if that happened.
I just always think about like what it would be like to fucking just be like an animal. Like that's what it's like in like The Walking Dead and shit. Basically humans become animals.
So many women die.
They're just out to survive. They don't trust anybody.
Are you saying women are animals?
I'm saying women will die of birth complications. I'm telling you that right now.
That's still a thing.
Without fucking all the medical marvels and machines, it becomes like having a birth in medieval times. Pretty sure like half the women who gave birth in medieval times died or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And with women dying, we're going to have to end this episode.
So to our female viewers, we just lost you. The 0.00001% we have.
Thanks for staying to the end of the episode.
Our 0.00 pirate 001%.
Whatever female has somehow stuck it to episode 46. Fucking see ya.
Yes, my guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to leave a like and a comment. Comment your favorite part. As always, leave an email. Ask us anything / submit a topic at drspinshootimpress@gmail.com. One day we will read that, and hopefully there'll be a slew of emails in there. But anyway, it's been your boy, Brandon.
I'm Oliver.
I'm Travis.
And I'm Will.
You guys just listened to Real Sensitive Guy Hours, episode 46. Have a great night.
Peace.
Enjoy